Hello, friends, a warm welcome from Greta Talks. In the last episode, we witnessed the trio's return to Ayodhya, Sri Ram's coronation as the king, and Hanuman as the epitome of devotion for Sri Ram. In this episode, we will witness Sita Tyag, or the separation of Sita and Shri Ram. Ram Rajya, or the reign of Shri Ram, started. All the people were happy in the kingdom of Shri Ram. There was prosperity everywhere. There was peace prevailing all over the kingdom. There was no sorrow, lack of truth. Sri Ram used to pay attention to governance and justice with great care. He used to inquire about everyone's happiness. Even Queen Sita was mindful about the happiness of her subjects. Once in the evening, while walking in the flower garden with Sita, Sri Ram noticed the difference in Sita's walking pace. He felt that she had a slow pace. He happily asked her if she felt any desire to have anything. It was obvious that Sita was expecting. Sita looked down shyly. With a smile, she said, "O Lord, I really desire for the things which seem to be out of this world." Sri Ram said, "Oh, really? Express your desire." Sita said, "I want to see the places in the forest where the sages perform penance, the hermitage of the sages, the sacrifices there, the dome of sacrifices rising high in the sky, those trees, the deer cubs, the peacocks." Sri Ram smiled and said, "Fine." The next day arose and Sri Ram was busy with his royal work. The secret spies of the state had come to submit their reports to Sri Ram. Finally came the great and clever spy named Bhadra. Sri Ram asked Bhadra, "What is the news? Is everyone happy? Is there any dearth in the kingdom?" Bhadra said, "No, my lord, everyone is happy in the kingdom." Sri Ram asked, "Bhadra, are you speaking the truth? I hope you are not hiding anything." Bhadra said, "No, my lord, I am speaking the truth, but..." Sri Ram asked, "Why are you stumbling?" Bhadra said, "My lord, I heard one person in the subjects speaking undesirable thing about you." Sri Ram asked, "What was he saying?" Bhadra said, "He was saying, why did Sri Ram accept Sita, who was abducted and captivated by Ravan? This is disgraceful for Ragu dynasty." "Did he say that?" Sri Ram quickly got up and asked impulsively. Bending his head down, Bhadra said, "Yes, my lord." Sri Ram felt as if he was struck by lightning. He became very upset and restless. He was in agitation and strolling in his room. Just then, Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrughna came there, and they were shocked to see Sri Ram upset. They wondered what could have happened. Sri Ram made them his confidants and told them the truth. He said, "Lakshman, you have seen Sita proving her chastity in the fire. Thousands of troops have witnessed that incident. I was and am absolutely sure about her chastity. But that incident happened in Lanka. It is not a matter of surprise if the citizens of Ayodhya have a doubt in their minds about her chastity. Oh brother, in Ayodhya people do not speak undesirable things about Sita everywhere. One of them talks like this and raises doubts about the queen. No, Lakshman, this should not happen. This is our state, our kingdom. Even if a person remains dissatisfied, unhappy in my kingdom, he will remain insignificant. My reign will be defamed. Every person in my subjects is significant for me. Even if a man feels dislike for his kingdom and doubts about the king, about his manners and behavior, the king should take notice of it immediately. Our conduct, our character should be kept pure and spotless. That is the way of Raghukul, brothers." Sri Ram said this, and his three brothers became emotional while listening to him. Then Sri Ram said in a stern tone of determination, "Lakshman, I am going to assign you a task. Just yesterday, Sita had expressed her desire to go to the forest where the sages reside. Accordingly, today you take her in the chariot and leave her near Sage Valmiki's hermitage on the bank of Tamasa river. Lakshman asked, "O brother, will you sacrifice Sita?" Shri Ram said, "Yes, Lakshman, you know Sita is so dear to me, but in order to save the glory of Ragu dynasty from fading away, I have to take this decision with a heavy heart. You know, I won't waver to sacrifice my life, yours, and even Sita for the sake of the glory of Ragu dynasty. There are some unpleasant things which the king must do." Lakshman was confused and tried to convince Sri Ram, "O brother, abandoning the chaste sister-in-law." Without letting him to complete his statement, Sri Ram said, "Whatever I have decided will happen. This is my command, Lakshman, the king's command. Prepare the chariot and go." The dutiful Lakshman left with his head bowed in sorrow. He prepared the chariot and came to Sita's palace. Sita greeted him with a smile. Lakshman asked Sita, "O sister, do you want to go to the forest where the sages reside?" Sita innocently replied, "Yes, brother. Will you grant my wish so quickly?" "That's great." Lakshman said, "Let's go then. The chariot is ready. How happy you feel." Sita quickly prepared and while leaving said, "Come on, brother, but before going, let's go and see the Lord." Lakshman said, "The Lord has just left for royal work. He has commanded me to accompany you to the forest." Lakshman said, looking up at the sky as he could not look into the eyes of Sita due to the guilt. In no time, the chariot left Ayodhya. Seeing the green forest, colorful, fragrant flowers, birds, and animals, Sita was fascinated. Though she was telling Lakshman about the beautiful nature, he, as the charioteer of the chariot, was almost as still as a stone statue. He did not give any response to her. Soon Sita realized this and she asked, "Brother, why are you not talking? What happened today?" Lakshman still did not utter a word, but there were tears in the edges of his eyes. "What happened, brother?" Sita repeatedly asked Lakshman. Finally, they came at the banks of the river Tamasa. Lakshman stopped the chariot. He bowed his head and said, "O sister, get down here and go to the hermitage of Sage Valmiki, which is near this place." Sita asked, "Where will you go?" Lakshman said, "I will go back to Ayodhya." Sita surprisingly asked, "What does this mean, brother?" Lakshman, without raising his head, said to Sita, "It is Sri Ram's command." Sita, who had been happy for so long, was saddened to hear that. But immediately she restrained her emotions and said solemnly, "Oh, the Lord has abandoned me. He forsook me even after performing the divine or Agni Divya once. I am the daughter of Videhi King Janak, the daughter-in-law of the king of Ragu dynasty, Dashrath, and the wife of the great dignified man Maryada Purushottam Lord Sri Ram. Though it is very difficult to have courage to bear this period of separation, I have to be courageous, for I am expecting the lineage of Ragu dynasty. O Lakshman, go and tell your king that Sita knows your command and your justice. You fulfilled your duty as the king." Lakshman controlled his tears and emotions. He climbed the chariot with a heavy heart. He left Sita on the banks of Tamasa and went to Ayodhya. So friends, the takeaway of this episode is the greatest virtue of Sri Ram's dutifulness and the sense of responsibility as the king devoted to the welfare and happiness of his subjects, even though his own happiness was at stake. The life of the couple, Sri Ram and Sita, was full of ups and downs in exile, sacrifices, and separation. They gave prime importance to the welfare of their subjects. Their thoughts and attitudes proved that the duties of the king should supersede his selfish interests, which are relevant even in today's age. It also shows the courage and determination of Sita to abide by the decision of her husband Sri Ram. She accepted his decision with a heavy heart. It reflects their mutual understanding and one purpose: to make their subjects happy. Sita, as the courageous woman, determines to do upbringing of her unborn children on her own, which proves her as an epitome of self-dependence and self-respect. This is all about this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode to witness the captivity of Ashwamedh horse by Love Kush and their valiant fight with Sri Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughna and Hanuman. So thank you and goodbye.